Hello, how are you today? And I'm excited to be with you and to be sharing this with you. I could have been here with you live, but I'm sorry. I had to take a training. But I want to congratulate you for this amazing course that you have been through. And I want to say thank you very much for making our time to be in this class. I'm sure you've learned a whole lot in 2 days. And I believe that you will assist your world to live better. What I say to everyone who goes through courses is that you see who you are becoming is more important. I mean, much more than every time in our world. Our world is in need of competent professionals, and that's why it's important that class does not end. You need to go beyond class and add value to yourself. I want to appreciate the organizers. They're my personal people. I love and respect them. God bless Nick. God bless Pastor Shala. Thank you very much for what you do. I understand that quite a number of you are Christians, right? And so it's very, very good because I mean the body of Christ actually need a lot of knowledge in this area. But you need to understand that you see you cannot save people if your own mind is not transformed, and that's why it is very, very important that you understand what you're getting into and you understand the methodology that is required to operate at the highest level, because you see nothing can be as devastating as a family life professionals whose knowledge base is skewed, or someone who is sitting in a position of a coach, and creating problem for people. So mastering your tools and mastering what you're being taught is what is most important, at this stage. Now, I'm going to share with you basically how to build a profitable family life coaching business, basically, because some of you are going to go into this full time. And let me tell you, the first thing you want to do, go look for someone who is already doing well and serve as an apprentice to that person. I'm sure that will be the easiest way out for you so that you can master, how things are done appropriately. I mean, I work in the US right now, and I know that you can't escape scrutiny. People can actually sue you, if you misdiagnose or you don't do the intervention properly. And that's why more than ever before, it's important that you master your trade. Now, I will start by the normal thing I would usually share with people. It's a prayer I pray for practitioners every time I have to share a session like this. I am worthy of whatever I desire to earn from the incredible value I had to humanity. I desire much more. I deserve much more than I charge because I save lives every day, much more than the world can imagine. My clients attain clarity and achieve their desired result while I also achieve my financial goal. I'm a family life and I keep the world happy. That is what we do. Now, I'll tell you my story. I mean, I was in school and I was that guy that, guys could come to and talk to about a girlfriend. I was a guy, girls could come to and talk about the guys asking them out. So I tend to know who is double dating and who is not double dating. So if there was a guy, I mean, I was in a fellowship on campus and there were guys, there were brothers who would ask like 7 sisters out, 5 sisters out, and the sisters wouldn't know. But because a lot of them were coming to me, I could know. I mean, there was about 3 sisters who came to me and mentioned a particular brother, and I had to wait in and save them. But you see, I was doing it with a crude methodology, which obviously should have gotten me a slap. But because my passion has always been about saving lives, I mean, Pastor Shela will tell you that, when he wanted to pick his choice of a partner, I was one of the first people he told, and he was my pastor, but I spoke some sense into him, to say, why are you running around when what you need is beside you? And today the rest is history. I mean, I personally was at the wedding and I carried chairs and I arranged and things like that, right? So my story has always been a story of being inquisitive and asking the right questions and deploying the right tools, right? So it's taken me 20 years of my life. Next year will be 20 years to get here. And so don't be in a hurry, right? I have had to change my worldview, change my beliefs, change a whole lot of things to get here. And one of the things I learned to do is to surrender myself to God and trusting that I can walk his way through me. And when I see superior knowledge, I bow to them wherever I can find them. That is me. Now, so I worked for 5 years and nobody paid me a dime. So if you're here because you want to quickly make quick money, this is not a Ponzi scheme. All right. Your competence is going to be tried, and you have to first serve it for free because you can be before you can begin to give it out for a fee, except you have already started earning. Right. And so for 5 years, nobody earned because I was the first in the industry to try to build an industry, in the family life space. Nobody, I mean, people weren't paying me, but I kept at it. But now today, the story is totally different. I mean, I signed up a client last week on 4,000 US dollars. It's a no-brainer right now. I can charge whatever I want to charge, but I didn't get there overnight. So I've said that so that I can encourage and let you know that you don't need to be in a hurry. Now, it was Jack Ma that says success and profitability are outcomes of focusing on customers and employees, not objectives, right? That the most important person is the customer. And you want to do everything to ensure that your customers get the right result, because when they get the right result, they will talk to people about you. Now, I want you to look at the picture in front of you and tell me, what do you see? And how does this make you feel? Right. Now, if all you see is a prostitute, then I'll tell you that you're not likely going to make a lot of money in this industry, right? And in fact, if all you see is a prostitute, you won't go far. You may not be effective because you will already be angry. Because again, your religious views has gotten in, and you are looking at her, she's going to hellfire. But if you look at her and you see your sister, what comes to your mind is empathy. How can I help? Empathy is what comes into your mind, and how can I help? Overrides judgment. If empathy is at the base of what you do, then you're likely going to be very successful. Now, look at this. What do you see? Right? I see my sisters dressed differently. What do you see? What do you see? Everyone is man-made in God's image to me. And I never judge people on the basis of what they're wearing or what they're not wearing. Because have you not met people who were dressed the part, but they were kidnappers? Have you not met people who dressed the part, but they were swindlers? Have you not met people, who wore garments and they look like God, but they cheat and stuff like that? Right? So I see man-made in God's image that way. The universe and God Almighty is able to send all kinds of people my way, and I'm able to solve their problem. God He expects us to stand between the living and the dead. And that's why your worldview needs to expand beyond what it is right now. Now, how did you arrive at your conclusions? The moment your interpretation becomes subjective and you are caught in the bog of stereotyping, your ability to build a profitable business becomes hampered because you no longer see human beings. What you now see are things. You see labels, right? And that's the place you do not want to be. Now, I have seen a lot of people leave church and they're trying to make money, but they can make money, especially as coaches, right? So why do they struggle? Number one is profitability mental block. A lot of you are here because you're passionate, right? Not because you want to build a business. So there is a mental block that freely have you received, freely give. But that's not true because you didn't receive it freely, right? But if you decide to give it freely, then it must be on the premise that someone is already paying the bill, except when you're just starting out. And you know that there's a whole lot more you need to do, much more than you've done, right? Number two, trading profit for passion. Every time I say, oh, it's my passion, somebody's paying the bills, right? If this is all you need to depend on for the rest of your life, what will you do differently? Number three, inability to master business system. Business system is not, you were not born with it. You will need to go and learn it. Let me tell you, when Paul said, add virtue to your faith, you need to basically add virtue. There are things you need to go and learn. Number four, lack of creative productization. A lot of people want to make money, but they can't productize. Number five, low online skills. If you are not very good online, very skilled online, there's a problem in there. Number six is low salesmanship, right? And the last one is, feeling of being stuck. You see, if you cannot sell, then go home. Because, or maybe just be doing church counseling or something like that, just volunteering. And there's nothing wrong with that. God will see your services and reward you his own way. But you see, you can determine what you earn if you go beyond these barriers and make up your mind to make it in this industry. The first thing is your mind has to be audacious. Audacious to say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do whatever it's going to cost me. I'm willing to pay anything and everything to get the knowledge I need to get to where I want to get to. I do not scare myself. People who know me. I do not. If you see what I do at the back end, my work ethic is insane simply because I want to be very effective. The Bible says, study to show yourself approved unto God, A workman that needs to be ashamed that I'm a Christian doesn't mean I must promote an endorsement, mediocrity. No, I'm not. Right? If I cannot be the best that exists in my field across the globe, then I better not start. So it's important that you understand all of this. Now, King Solomon says, I've seen another evil under the planet. I have seen servants ride on horses. I have seen princes walk barefooted. That's to say that the people who should make money are not making money. The people who shouldn't make money are the ones who are controlling the finances. You see, if there's ever been any moment in history where you should earn big from your coaching business, now is that season. Trust me, now is because almost everyone is online. So there is a lot you can do online, but it starts with one. What do you believe about your coaching business? What do you believe? Do you believe it's a business or a passion or a ministry? And you are right, whichever way. But if you see it as a ministry, if you see it as a passion, don't expect money. Two, how much do you truly want to earn? Right? Even before two, what solutions do you have? Do you think you have solutions already? Are you sure of your solutions? Two, how much do you truly want to earn? It needs to be clear. I know what I want to earn this year from my coaching, and I know the projects I want to do. Number three, where are your customers? You need to be able to answer that question. Four, what language do they understand? If you are church people, they understand church language, but what if an imam comes to you? Are you going to use church knowledge to reach out to imam? Next, what tools do you need to reach them? And how do they become, people who can pay you for what you need to earn, right? And ultimately, you see, the highest stage of marketing is when your customers become your marketers. That's what you must target. And that's why, even when they're not paying you so much, you need to do their work as if your life depends on them, because they might just be able to recommend you. So how do you build a profitable family life coaching business? This is post-COVID right now. What are the tips you need? Number one, you need to be very clear about how much you want to earn and the market you want to serve. Very, very clear. Do you want to serve the upper class, the middle class, or the lower class? Right? If you're serving the lower class, maybe you charge them 2,000. That's mass market, but ensure that you have like 100 people in class. Or maybe you charge them 5,000, ensure you have about 100 people in class. Right? You want to serve the middle market, which is people that can afford 30,000 to 50,000. If you want to serve the upper class, those are people who can afford $1 million, right? You know that you can't serve upper class looking like middle class or looking like low class. There's a language of the upper class. There's a dressing of the upper class. There is the system of the upper class. There's a worldview of the upper class. You need to understand these things if that is truly where you want to play. So be clear about how much you want to earn and the market you want to serve. Who has God sent you to, if I may use that word? Number two, create easy to use unique coaching solutions, right? What that means is whatever you want to do, you must have clear coaching solutions. Clear coaching solutions. So, for example, intellectual properties like courses. I lead an institute where we do certifications, so it needs to be very clear, right? You can create courses, but don't go and start creating courses when you have not mastered what you're even saying, right? Because you will multiply error and that will be devastating. You need simple psychometric tools. You must be able to do a data-driven, methodology wherein you can actually assess people accurately, using psychometry, right? And you can do alternative coaching solutions for specific problems. You can have a weekly broadcast, a show on YouTube or on Instagram where you invite guests in and you ask them what the perspective of a relationship is. That may be a good place to start. Let me tell you, when you start those kind of things, you may have two people watching or sometimes nobody, but you need to keep at it. Intellectual property never dies, except where it's built on false premise. So it's important you understand this. Number three, position your solution through freemium, using every platform available. What freemium means, give it out for free for us. Run free webinars. Our sales funnels to show what you can do, right? I got to America, nobody knew me that much. I threw over a junior church free webinar. Over 100 churches registered. They were the ones who started sharing. Oh, who is this guy? This guy is so good. Yesterday, by God's grace, I spoke at the national convention, all within 1 year of arriving here. So run free webinars or sales funnels to show what you can do. Use landing pages. Get a tech guy to help you out. Upsell and up them into a program that they can now pay for. You can use StreamYard. Like I'm not in your class today, but I'm using StreamYard to record this. Maximize your Twitter and YouTube, IG and Twitter, and be very, very, very intentional. Number 4, create a unique bouquet. What that means is how you charge. Now, some of you may not be able to charge big right now, but dimension your offering into different price ranges, even from now, right? Create a PDF of what you charge. When people come meet you, I want to work with you on this. Don't be ashamed to tell people what you charge, because when you go to the market woman is not ashamed to tell you what they charge, right? So I mean, these are examples of my bouquet. I have marital recovery coaching program, all kinds of bouquet. The prices have changed right now. My highest bouquet is like $20,000 or something. I have bouquet. My lowest bouquet is like $1,000, right? You may not be able to charge that right now, but look like someone who is appropriately, priced. Look like someone who is very serious about what you're doing. You're very intentional, and you must look very organized. Number 5, master the various online platforms for coaching. Master Zoom, WebEx, WhatsApp videos, IG videos. You need to invest in this and maximize them. I've noticed that a lot of church people are the ones who don't know how to use these things. Trust me, not all the clients will be able to travel where you're. In fact, it's better to do virtual right now, because then they don't have to size up your space. What does your office look like? Right? You're looking at this video right now. You can't see my lights, but there are lights in here, right? And so you can't see what my table looks like, right? It looks upside down because I've been walking back to back, in the last 24 hours thereabout, and I actually want to go sleep, but you can't see that. And that's what virtual brings to you, right? Then you don't have a good office space, but you said they should come to your office space, everywhere is stinking and everywhere is smelly. If you want to do a proper office, ensure that your office is properly done. Number 6, sell, and sell all the time. You see, when it comes to selling is assisting your client take informed decision about what will be beneficial to them, right? And that's why we say Formula 5, talk to them 5 times. There's a chance that within the 5th time, they would have taken a decision about patronizing you. I mean, go out on your church program, declare what you can do. Tell people with audacity, I can do this, I can help you out with this, right? What is the cost of your clients not using your solution to their family wellness? So you are not begging people come to me. No, you are showing them this is the consequence of not patronizing me right now. Now, when it comes to selling, there are 3 powers to unlocking wealth, unlimited wealth everywhere. And they are biblical scriptures. Ask, seek, and find. Right? So you need to ask, what do you want out of life? Who do you know who is able, to answer your request? Write out a list, do a prospecting list, right? What must you be willing to do to get them and make your demand? And what can stop you from asking? Is it shame? Is it fear? Is it excuses? And ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen if I ask? And what will never happen? They can't kill you. They can't change your name. So go ahead and ask. But see, don't ask until you are competent. I'm reiterating that because I don't want you to go and disgrace yourself. But if you feel competent enough, confidence enough, please go ahead and do it. What questions are they likely to ask you? Simulate and practice that ahead of time. The number 2 thing there is the power to seek, right? You can never find what you are not intentionally looking out for. And that's why only those who seek are the ones who can find. You must seek for knowledge. You must seek for answers. What can enhance your practice? What can promote your practice? What are you seeking for? Why are you seeking for it? You need to be desperate. You hear people, oh, don't be desperate. No. You need to desperately go after what you are looking out for. If you don't have it, you don't have it. And lastly, there is knock. You need to learn to knock on the door. Go and meet your pastor. Pastor, can we set up a family life team in this, blah, 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 blah. I know people can help you do, or can help us do it. We need to train our people. Knock on that door. If you truly want to help, what is the key to opening the door? You need to ask that question. Does he open from within or does he open from without? He that knocks, the door is always open. Success is motion sensitive, right? So you need to understand that you can actually, if you're in the church or you're in the mosque or you're somewhere, you can create a change. Knock on the commissioner's door. Knock, and don't be selfish. If you think the level of work is higher than you, look for someone who you can tag along with a face they recognize, a name they know that can help you open that door, and then leverage the power of traction signs. What that means is, some of this might not be relevant to some of you right now, but ultimately what the flowchart is saying is, as you become very good, learn to train other people. You see, I'm not in Nigeria. I have over 800, over 1,000 actually, trained family professionals. Out of those, on over 1,000 plus, I have over 200 I can beat my chest that call these people, they will know what to do, right? Out of those 200, I have about 30, right, that they can do everything I can do at the highest level, right? That is success. You want to be successful, but you need to master your tools and know exactly what you are doing. Guys, I know you're going to succeed, but please go ahead, practice and practice and practice and master the model. Don't get excited about, oh, now I have a certificate. No, dig deeper, learn more, master it, deploy it, try it and see that it works. Let it work for you, let it work for the friends around you, and study more, do more, right? The world is waiting. The world is in crisis, and we need to bring healing to our world. I congratulate Pastor Shola and Pastor Nike. You know, I mean, that feels very weird. No, Nike, that's what I call it, right? For what they're doing. And I really, really appreciate them. And I congratulate all of you in class. I want to wish you all the success. You know, go out there, make your mentors proud, and go transform your world. I'm going to end the way I started. I am worthy of whatever I deserve to earn from the incredible value I have to humanity. I deserve much more than I charge because I save lives every day, much more than the world can imagine. My clients attain clarity and achieve their desired result, while I also achieve my financial goals. I'm a family life coach and I keep the world happy. Thank you very much. God bless you. How much more do you want to get paid to keep the world happy? Go ahead and transform your life. Be you, be brilliant, and be free. I wish you all the best. Have a fantastic, fantastic day. Bye bye.